What is up? Shop Talk Podcast. We're live from the workbench. We got some breaking news that, I'm a little behind on. I'm not behind on it. I'm behind on recording this. I wanted to get it out there right away. That didn't happen. I was cleaning all day. So, anyways, most of you know, I'm sure 98% of the U.S. knows, LeBron James has just agreed to sign a 4-year deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah. So, and some other stuff, Joel Embiid's going to be real butthurt on Twitter. And I don't like using that term. That's a millennial term. But, yeah. So, and then on top of that, I got in an argument with my brother about this. I was watching it in a minute, I knew of it. 6 Rings of Steel was right on it. Crispy Flakes was right on it. I'm watching Crispy Flakes right now do a rebuild, Lakers rebuild, and he's already signed Capella in his rebuild. Right, whatever. But, Crispy has nothing better to do. Either do I. So, actually, this is episode 18. So that basically mean like 4 months of content. So, yeah, LeBron goes there. They think they're already going to get, the 76ers are still on Kawhi. That's a whole nother story. And Luke Walton played for the Cavs when LeBron left. And obviously he's coaching them now. They've already talking about, getting another coach. It's all speculation. I got into an argument with my brother maybe in the fall sometime when LeBron bought his house out there. And then, this is, what would you say? I don't even know the phrase for it. But the proof's in the pudding? I don't know. That wouldn't be the phrase. The writing on the wall. Okay, so LeBron gets a house out there. And even in previous, my off-season stuff that I did, the other podcasts, I brought up, you got 2 teams to play out in L.A. And, of course, you got Sacramento. It's far away, but you could gladly take your jet back to your L.A. home and stay in your L.A. home instead of flying back. But, if you got a jet, it doesn't matter. You can sleep on your jet, right? But, I think he previously had a home out there before. A lot of guys buy homes out there anyways, because a lot of guys go out there and play in the summer against each other. And we'll get further into that with Embiid and Mo Bamba. They were out in L.A. Playing against each other. But Cleveland fans...
Who the fuck said that?
Well, that wasn't the right one. It was Cleveland fans.
What?
Yeah. They better have a plan B or C. It said right before when he did talk to him on the phone or whatever. I'm surprised. I'm still waiting to see how the Cavs fans are going to react. I've seen some of the stuff on Twitter the last couple of days, how they were going to react if it did happen. I haven't actually checked it, meaning, because I have 2 phones in front of me, and one of them, which I'm recording on, the other one, I've got Embiid's Twitter pulled up, and man, he's a good player, but God, he talks a lot of shit. So anyways, back onto the LeBron and Lakers. So he gets a house out there. His kid decides to go to school out there. LeBron James Jr., I believe. And that's the writing on the wall right there. Yeah, he's a big enough. He has enough money. He could manage that and still play in Cleveland. But think about it. When he first came out, you got to remember, as a Cavalier, I've watched every single game that he has played. And actually, for the few years that he wasn't there, I watched every single game that he wasn't there. But I watched his last college game, his high school game, and I remember where I was at when I watched his first NBA game. What I'm saying is, when he first came out, he was wildly compared to Magic Johnson. Now, yeah, they have Ball. Who knows if Ball will even start? But I wouldn't be surprised if they had LeBron. Yeah, maybe playing defense as a small forward, but that's how he plays a lot. Where he'll be running the point, and he's finding people. I'm not saying he's going to find them like Magic or anything, but it's very likely. And but there was commercials before Shaquille came to the Cavs to get the King a ring, and they were basically referring to him as the next Magic Johnson. And for the first, I believe, year, I don't know if it was the first year, they ran him at the point. I mean, they might not have done it for the whole entire year, but they did. And I'm not talking about, this was before you had these guys. I wouldn't say they're switching position from offense to defense, but essentially that's kind of what they're doing, running the floor. But he was kind of one of the first ones to do it way before they were playing, essentially Euro ball out there. So, what? And I got a big argument with my brother about, he did buy a house out there. And I can't remember what he said, but I said, well, it doesn't take away from the fact that he bought a house out there. It doesn't mean that he's going to go there, but, well, look, he went there. So, and what do you think? Do you think he's going to wear, number 6, number 23? I don't think 23 is retired there. I don't know if 6 is retired there. 6 is probably more likely to be retired there than 23, obviously, because, 23 wasn't a popular number until Michael Jordan. What was Worthy? Was he 22 or 34? 33. I think he was 33.
Who the fuck said that?
Yeah, I was way off. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. 33, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I didn't look that up, but I did look up Worthy. 42. I thought he was a different number in North Carolina. I don't know. I'm a little bit older than probably some of these other people out there. I'm only a little bit older than LeBron James. But I remember watching them growing up, and I remember when I was watching TV when Magic came out and said he had HIV, and that he wasn't going to play anymore. That was my favorite player. I don't know why, because I didn't watch a ton of basketball. I just watched enough of it to know who he was. Anyway, so what number do you think he's going to pick? I don't know. It could go either way. I think it's really surprising. I want to see if there's any fan reactions out there right now to it other than just, like last time they were burning his jerseys and stuff like that, and that's what I thought. Hey, Jesus. World reacts to LeBron James going to Lakers. 140K people tweeting about this. And maybe we're an hour and a half in. Maybe a little over an hour and a half. Of course, this is going to come out later. Smoke Dog. See, this is how old I am. I don't even know who that is. Okay, haven't seen anybody burning anybody's jersey out there yet. I'm sure maybe tomorrow some of that shit will come out. Cleveland definitely needs to have a different, have some kind of. They're not going to be able to sign a superstar. I don't even know what their cap space is like. I'll tell you what, it's funny. You got Clarkson and you got Larry Nance Jr. They were Lakers last year. I don't know. Yeah, it's a small league. There's only 5 starters and 12 players on the, team, 3 reserves, whatever. There's only so many players in the league. Only so many places to go. And, hey, good for him. He's just a guy from Akron, right? I'm not going to hold it against him. I got a little off track here. Yeah. But, I mean, they need to sign somebody. Because they're in a... Well, I wouldn't say they're in a worse state. Because you got to think they... Right after Cleveland... I'm talking about Cleveland. They got the pick for Kyrie, I believe. The pick for Dion Waiters, which is... He's a great underrated player. And actually, I think if he would go to the Magic, he would be even a better player. I mean, stats-wise. I was looking at his stats, I think, last night. Career-wise. He wants to go to Philly because he's from there. Here's something about them picking up Kawhi, the Lakers. I don't see it happening. I wanted to get this out sooner. I had shit to do. Capella met with the Lakers in L.A. this afternoon. Yeah. I was going to go over the other free agents. I wonder where, did Randall go somewhere? I don't know. I know Ariza went to the Suns. These are the same guys, actually, that told me. They were pretty groundbreaking on it. Chat Sports. And I probably shouldn't shout them out. What favors are they doing me? But, I don't care. It's America. Got to help everybody out. But, good for the Lakers because, when was the last time that they really had a good team? I thought, in the last actually 2 years of watching them, they were a really fun team. I like watching young teams. Same way with Philly. Joel Embiid is becoming my, the donkey. What's his name? I don't even think he's going back to the Warriors. Draymond. The nut kicker. It's not, well, it is some of the stuff that he says on the court that gets on my nerves. He's a fun player to watch, though. He's not a dirty player, though, like Draymond is. Draymond's just a dirty piece of shit. No offense. Because when I played sports, I was a dirty player, too. But, man, I wouldn't even call what I did was dirty. The stuff he does is, like, blatant, And then him, clucking like a chicken. It irks me. So, so we're going to see in the next couple days, there's going to be another person, whether it be Capella or whether it be Boogie Cousins, the emotional lesbian, which, to be honest with you, I can't stand him either. Great player. Love his game. Love watching him. He's not really a dirty player as far as he's like raw emotion. You know what I mean? I don't know. But his attitude, he's got a bad fucking attitude. Same way with Draymond. Don't care for his attitude. Just the smiling and the underhand fuck you kind of deal. I really want to see what Cleveland's going to do. And to be honest with you, this is all good reason why I canceled my cable. I figured the season was over. You got the internet. Everything's viral now, especially stuff like this. The biggest free agent in free agency history. I mean, really. But really, they Cleveland needs to do something. I'm a diehard Cleveland Cavs fan. I'm a fan when they suck, and that's when you know you're a true fan. Was it the first 2 years he was gone? I mean, I watched every single game. I can explain to you why I didn't watch the third season. It had nothing to do with me or the team, really. I mean, it had something to do with me, but it had something to do with a particular bar around this area. So this is what Cleveland should do. I would trade Tristan Thompson, even though they didn't play him enough. It's not really his fault. They should have played him more. I think he fell out of his rhythm. But he's got a big enough contract. I would trade him. Get a younger guy in there. Get more of a, because he's 6'9", and I hate when all these guys do it. It's not all the commentators, but I have a real big problem when they do this with people's height and their weight. And sometimes they do it with LeBron's weight and say he's 265. Well, if he just said he trimmed down to 235 earlier in the season, is he 235? Yeah, maybe he's not. But still, that's what he's listed at or whatever. And yeah, I understand. Larry Johnson back in the day, Grandmama, my favorite player of all time, 6'5". And I haven't seen a thing on YouTube where he said he's 6'5". He's listed at 6'7". And he was a beast. At one point, he got up to like 275, but he was like all muscle. Anyways, always had him listed at 6'7". He was 6'5". And he even says it. I'm trying to think. The local guy, Gary Trent, his son was in the draft. I think he went undrafted, or maybe he got drafted. I can't remember. Gary Trent Jr. Kevin Garnett said he was like 6'5", even though he was always listed at least 6'8". And back in the day when I had the video games, I think he might have even been listed at like 6'10" on one of the video games. I can't remember, but it's something like that. But what's his name? Oh, Chris Webber. He's like, there was two guys out on the court. He's talking about Kevin Durant. Okay, he's like, Kevin Looney. Oh, what do you think? He's got to deal with these 2 7-footers on the court. Okay, well, he even knows because he's up there. He's not 7 foot, but he just said Kevin Looney's 7-footer. Okay, whatever. It's all the commentary. I just hate when they do it. Okay, yeah, I know Durant's really like 6'11", and he's always listed at 6'9". One of the only people I've ever seen listed smaller than they actually are. He's just got really bad posture, so maybe that knocks off a couple inches. But, so yeah, that's what I would get rid of Tristan Thompson. George Hill, great point guard. Getting a little older. He's really not that old. I think he's 31. You're not gonna. What are you gonna start Cedi Osman all year long? And people probably don't even remember when Danny Green, he was drafted by the Cavs. Sent down there for I can't think of his name. He was an athletic, 6'6". Small forward, and I believe he plays for the Pelicans right now. I can't remember his name, but I've seen him dunk on LeBron, and I've seen him block one of LeBron's shots when he played for the Cavs and LeBron was on the Heat. I don't know. People in Cleveland, they just need to get over it. And I'm waiting for them to start burning the jerseys. They probably won't. Like I said, the writing was on the wall. We all seen this coming. I said to my mom asked me the other day, where was LeBron going to go to? And I told her, and, actually I emailed her. I texted her when I found out just to let her know. And then we're going to go on to Joel Embiid's Twitter to see how butthurt he is. Again, I don't like that phrase at all. The fucking millennials. Oh, so this was yesterday. The Lakers are forever going to be Kobe's and Magic's team. Process that. He just talks too much shit, you know. There we go. I'm officially following Ben Simmons. These guys. It wouldn't surprise me. I know even Joel Embiid made, you know, they're getting all their news from fucking Facebook and Lakers. I'm waiting for him to come out and say something else. And what if, what they've been trolling LeBron all year long, trying to get the 76ers, that is. You know, they have all the stuff on the banners. Oh, the advertisements on the airplanes. You know, what if they don't get Kawhi? You know what? They're still a good team. I think Cleveland's a lot worse off. I actually thought LeBron was going to stay in Cleveland just for one more year. It's okay, though. You know, it's not a big deal. Hey, it's his decision. It's not your career. You can't get pissed off at somebody for doing that. Again, he's just a guy from Akron. He shouldn't even be here. You know, that's what he would say. And I don't think it's a bad business move either. You know, you're going to one of the most historical franchises, or I don't even know if you would call them a franchise. But you know what I mean. In history. You got the Lakers. Who else you got? Celtics. And, yeah, you're not white with red hair. You know, you're not the GOAT. You're not Scalabrini. You ain't going there. And Celtics are loaded up, too. For them to even try to get Kawhi, unless they want to send him some, you know, mediocre players like, you know, guys that are out of the rotation, those guys that come in and just fill in for the last 2 minutes in the game, their team is loaded with young, great talent. They're my other favorite team to watch. You know, Jason Tatum, you know, and Brown. You know, so much fun to watch. I used to kind of have a little problem with Marcus Smart. I like Marcus Smart now. He's tough. He's a tough guy. And I almost forgot the Joel Embiid talking shit to Mo Bamba. You know, backs him down, dunks on him. Welcome to the fucking league. Actually, that about Embiid, though, I didn't have a problem with, and I thought about it later because, you know, back in the day, that's how it was. Welcome to the league. You know, you were the new guy. You were the rook. You know, you're the rookie. You're carrying all the people's bags. You're picking up donuts for them in the morning. You're getting up early, carrying, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean. And does that even go on anymore? I don't really think it does. I mean, I think the culture in the league has completely changed. And I think in other sports too, it's completely different. Like, you come in and you're the, not always, because sometimes you're just the young guy. Then other times you come in and you're the man. You know, I'm sure LeBron James wasn't carrying anybody's fucking bags for him. But back in the day, that's how you paid your respect. But then again, back in the day, a lot of rookies weren't starting in games. You know, they might have sit on the bench for a couple seasons or a season to prove who they really are and what they're worth. You know, they had to earn their stripes. You know, sometimes other jobs are like that where it should be like that. But I don't really think in the NBA it's so much like that, or it should be like that. But this was, I wish I could have got this out a little sooner to you guys, but you know how it is. Places go, people see. You got 4th of July weekend. It's not really the weekend, but you know what I mean. Some people taking off all last week for this week. Can't fucking talk. But we'll see you guys soon. We'll have another What's for Dinner. I don't know what the hell I'm cooking. And, yeah. We'll see in a couple days what this free agency class is really going to turn into. And let me see if I have this right. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, we'll see who's going to sign with who. Maybe I'll throw in another podcast throughout the week. I don't know. I know I just pushed out a bunch of material. And I hope everybody will check me out on iTunes, the podcast app, and also check me out on YouTube. You just you search Shop Talk Podcast, all spaced out. Same way on iTunes. I appreciate everybody out there that listens and subscribes. Please share with all your friends. You guys have a great 4th of July. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Got me thinking, I remember the time.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Ain't no changing what's left.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Because we all race against death.
Can it be that it was all so simple?